The great alcohol crisis was averted last episode. John walked out of the very epicenter of Raven Creek with about 20 bottles of alcohol, red wine, bourbon, white wine, beer cans, beer bottles. That will keep him going for a few days. And we also got a rather splendid, exciting, amazing, unbelievable new addition to the base. I mean, John used to like David the Gnome, but this is a whole new level. It looks a bit worse for wear. It looks a bit weather beaten, but it still looks amazing. The glorious Spiffo. What an addition to John's own little mini Spiffo that is. I think it looks incredible. Let me know what you guys think. Now, John's had a wash. John's had some breakfast. We're going to be looking to start off today another few steps on John becoming the complete survivor. Let me show you on the skills. There's lots of those lovely golden squares. Recently leveled up cooking, most recently farming is looking good. Carpentry almost at level 8. But here, look, foraging. We just need to find one more little thing in foraging, and then John's going to turn his attention to this. It has been completely ignored. Tailoring, adding unsightly, awful looking patches to your clothing to add some extra protection. Now, first we're going to do a little bit of foraging. So I'm just going to put this bag away, and then we're going to jump the fence, and then John's going to wander around in the forest, see what he can find. Okay, John has jumped the fence, is crouching around looking. Still would love to find some mushrooms, but he needs to find one little thing in this huge forest. Okay. He managed, after several minutes, he managed to find some twigs. You think it wouldn't take that long in this huge forest, but it is what it is, and that is level 2 foraging. There makes no sense to do any more foraging. So John is kind of completely unprepared for tailoring. We've got hardly any leather strips. And do we have anything we can practice on? We've got a ripped leather jacket, but we need some more raw materials. So we need to find a lot of clothes that we can rip up. And there's only one place where that is going to be, and that is going to be where there are a lot of corpses. So John's going to actually have to hit the road, go back to the killing fields of Central Raven Creek, find a bunch of corpses, and rip up all of their clothes for ripped sheets. So let's hit the road. Okay, so it has actually occurred to John that rather than drive for quite a long distance, a couple of hours drive it is now to get into Raven Creek to find a load of corpses, it actually makes sense to kill two birds with one stone. So we're going to actually create some more corpses, if you get my meaning. John is in a new neighborhood, not been here before, and we're going to go zombie hunting. We're going to go straight with the firearms, stir up the hornet's nest, as it were. And yeah, we're going to clear this area. That's one thing. And as I said, we're going to kill two birds with one stone, or say kill lots of zombies with this firearm. Create our own corpses here, clear the neighborhood. We're going to rip up the clothes and get some ripped sheets, and also be on the lookout for some red carpets. They're going to be looking to its efficiency. We're going to be looking to clear this area, which is south of that main road we earmarked for clearing. We're going to create some zombie corpses, clear the area, be able to rip up their clothes for some valuable ripped sheets, so we can learn how to use a needle and thread. I'm going to look out for carpet and loot some of the buildings. So let's get on with it. wasn't that beautiful? Down in the zombies, we're going to be going through. We've got actually more ammo than I thought. Just over 100 bullets, but we're going to be going through those very quickly indeed, I am sure. Okay, so the zombies coming in dribs and drabs. It's pretty straightforward. Just going to wait on this crossroads. This is kind of right in the middle, very centre of this little neighbourhood. And we'll just clear out the zombies as they come. Okay, well, there doesn't appear to be any more zombies coming for the moment. Let me just take the opportunity to show where we are, where John is on the map. We're not actually that far away. And this little red dot here, you can see all the places we've looted with that X. That's our base over to the left. And we've not been to this sort of whole neighbourhood really at all. I'll just mark random marking so I remember where the car is, because we're going to be going around here on foot. But yeah, that is the first wave. Barely 20 zombies, but it's enough to get going with ripping up all the clothes and getting some ripped sheets. So John, before he moves on, just going to rip up all the clothing and see how many ripped sheets we've got. We've already ripped up some zombie clothes on the way here that we saw in the road. That's why I've already got 8 or 9 rip sheets. This is going to help John with his tailoring training. Okay, so we had a few late arrivals to the party, but only 2 or 3 though. It is good to see that a lot of these zombies are wearing pants rather than jeans. So it makes it much easier to find the rip sheets that we want. Now, I'm aware that, to a casual observer, this would look rather strange. You think this absolutely awesome survivor dude, gun toting, just standing in the crossroads, just taking down the zombies with one shots as they come. You'd be very impressed. But then you watch him standing here ripping up the clothes, you think, this guy's absolutely fucking lost it. What is he doing? But that is pretty much all of these zombies' clothes ripped up, and we've got 16 ripped sheets. It's a start, and obviously we've got some thread. We do actually get tailoring XP from ripping up clothes as well, so it's all good. Probably do need about 100 ripped sheets though, so we got a lot of work to do. Okay, so back at the vehicle, just getting a bag equipped so we can put these ripped sheets, because they do get quite heavy for the quantity we're going to be looking to get. Now, John was so eager, so excited about the prospect of doing some thread work that he totally forgot to grab any food. So before we move on, continuing a hunt for more zombies, for more clothes to rip up, we're going to actually have to check out a few houses, see if we can find a few bits of food. Okay, so we're in. Might as well just check. Ooh, what is that? Got a couple of items of new clothing. I could pick up some clothes as well. So I've got a short sleeve shirt, denim shirt. Now I've gone through this bedroom. Oh, didn't mean to open that. I have no idea what was on the other side. But it seems pretty quiet. Let's just fill up the canteen. Let's check out the kitchen. John's favourite room. Hopefully we can find a few bits of food. Oh, I heard a gurgle then. Ah yes, look at that. Let's just eat all this straight away. That is nice. I'm going to eat this canned fruit, and then we're going to move on to the next sort of block, next neighbourhood, see what we can find. Okay, so we're just checking out this vehicle. John is getting more and more an experienced survivor. Wow. That is a nice looking vehicle. But what really attracted me to this car, as I was saying, John is looking ahead more and more. He's thinking about hoods. Eventually, with the amount of zombies on the roads, the amount of driving, the hood gets pretty smashed up. And you may have noticed on John's red car at the moment, the hood is fucked. So we've got enough mechanics experience, but you need a wrench. So before we left the compound, the base, the safe house, John grabbed a wrench. So we're just going to swap out the hoods, because as you can see, John's had a few pranks. I think he's actually hit lampposts more than zombies, but we need to swap out the hood. It is looking a bit beat up. Okay, it took John a few goes to get off the old one, so it's really messed up. Let's just chuck that on the floor. It's unlikely John will be coming this way again, but look at that. As good as new. Now, it probably won't take long before it's looking fucked again. Let's move on. Let's go on to the next neighbourhood, just around the bend. Clear it out and see what we can find. Okay, so we've moved on to the next block, and I gotta say, there is not a lot of zombie activity. It's almost making me think that, has John blown through here before? But for sure, it definitely hasn't. We got some activity now, and John needs to get the right range. So let's rinse and repeat. Let's clear the area with the pistol. The noise will draw in more zombies, and will help make it much easier to clear the area. And then we'll gather up some rip sheets. We'll check out a few houses with a few morsels of food. Let's do this. Oh wow, John is clearly trying to shoot with his eyes closed today because he's missing a lot of shots. This guy seems to be invisible because I've missed him about 6 times now. There we go, finally. And here they come. It was quiet. And then John turned up. Okay, so we made it back to just past the car, and that appears to be it. That appears to be it. There is no movement around anywhere. I like that house. That's a nice 2-story home. And look, just by a crazy coincidence, we got a family fashion store when its clothes is exactly what John was looking for. Just break in and let's see what we can find. Okay, so we're in. The very first thing we find is that 90s fashion staple, the shell suit. Now, somebody mentioned in the comments previously that I should wear some shell suits for exercise, so I'm going to take one of those. That's going to be a great look with boxing gloves and boxing headgear with shell suit. Otherwise, nah, shell suits are a no. Hawaiian shirt though, I think we'll pass on the bikini. But I'm going to grab what clothes I think were useful and rip up the rest and then move on. Okay, so it turns out, I did not know this, it turns out if you rip 100% clothing, you don't get any dirty rags, you just get ripped sheets. I'm now getting 4 or 5 lots of ripped sheets with every item of clothing I ripped, so that means you're going to be at a target of 100 ripped sheets in no time. Okay, so that is family fashion dealt with. John has literally spent a couple of hours ripping up clothes. We've got quite a few items of clothing that are 100% that are new, so if you do get any clothing damaged, we've got 100% replacements. But look, we've got 101 ripped sheets. We must have got about 60 odd ripped sheets just from that one family fashion store. So that was actually a lot easier than I was expecting. Now, it is late. John is tired. It is dark. But I thought I might check out a few houses for red carpet. So this one again has got blue. It should be pretty quiet. We fired off rounds. This is a nice house. I do like that house. We fired off some rounds, so I don't think there's going to be many zombies in the area. So even though it is dark, and John does get a little bit scared, let's just take the time to explore the neighbourhood a little bit more before we head back on home. Okay, so we've explored this little sort of annex area. It's a bit of an odd one. I'll go outside. Yeah, we've just got this area here and a garage, and that's it. And there's no door to get to the main house. Now, it is late. It is dark. John wants to explore this neighborhood a lot more, but he is tired, so we're going to actually sleep in this house. I do actually quite like the idea of these windows. I do have some missing windows back home. Maybe we can try and take some windows before we go back as well. But we're in. I'm not hearing any zombies around, but let's make this place safe before we think about sleeping. Okay, we are still in this big house. We're finding a lot of loot. Look at this, peanut butter, chocolate. We found a fire axe and a garden fork in the garage, but look at this. They've got this little back garden as well, surrounded, impenetrable as it were. But yeah, incredible. A lot of awesome loot. Hopefully no zombies anywhere. It is a big house though. It's going to take a lot of exploring. I think we're good. I think John is going to be safe. So let's get into bed and we'll start another day in a moment. Okay, it is the next morning. It is almost 8 o'clock. John slept really, really well. Now this house, John loves this house. It really reminds him of his own family home. In fact, it is a really, really nice family home. You've got this parents' bedroom here, and then you've got the kids' room. I guess that is meant to be the girls, and then you've got a nice big family bathroom with a luxurious bidet, I hasten to add. The boys' room, and also, can you believe the more fitness equipment? Ever since John decided he wanted some fitness equipment, he thought it would take ages to find what he wanted, but ever since he actually found some, he's found nothing but 2 or 3 locations now. It is a foggy day, not what John wants to see. I'm going to actually just carry on driving a little bit. I'm going to drive to the end of this row. I'm going to grab another loot bag because this one is full. We're going to just go to the end of this neighborhood to see if there's anything else of interest. Because things like that clothing shop were not, they're not marked on the map, so maybe there'll be something else worth checking out. Okay, so we're in a new neighborhood effectively. We've just up the road, gone to the end of the road and just turned right. Now, did not realize actually how much more neighborhood there was to explore. I thought John had pretty much searched the whole area, but we've got more work to do. There's more places to explore, more zombies to kill, so let's get on with it. Okay, we got quite a gathering here now. It is amazing what damage you can do with just one firearm and a bunch of ammo. Let's do this. Okay, John has made things hard for himself by the rather amateurish schoolboy error of not loading all his magazines. So we've got a bunch of empty magazines, so I'm having to reload a whole magazine every time it's out, which has slowed down his progress, but I think that seems to be most of the zombies taken care of, just as another bunch comes out of the forest. But John's got this. Okay, well, John's down to his last 20 bullets or so, and the zombies are still coming. Especially if he wastes his bullets like that. But we got the old aluminium baseball bat, so John is not going to be worried once he runs out of ammo. There's still work to be done. Okay, and just like that, it is pretty much done. Of course, there's always another zombie. That's another corpse. That's another addition to John's huge kill count, which is pushing on about 4,000 300 now. Another one bites the dust. Okay, it's been a while. That appears to be the last zombie. Now John is really intrigued by this house. If in fact it is a house. Aside from the nice little story that's on the roof there, what are the items that are on there by that tent? Can't quite see. This house, it's massive. It's absolutely huge. And it's actually partially burnt down inside. Got some late arrivals. But it's only on one story. So it's actually, I mean, you could build a mansion. This is so big. Got some real late arrivals now. Let's take them out. Now, do I want to go inside that place? It's partially burnt. I can hear zombies banging inside. Maybe I don't. Let's just look through the windows. See what we can see. Any sort of red carpet. We've got yellow by the look of it. Let's move on. Let's take care of this guy and move on. Okay, I was just about to jump in the car and then I remembered the other part of the mission. This sortie into this neighborhood. And that's to get some rip sheets. Now we've already got more than we need, but we got a pile of corpses. So we might as well. Let's get on with it. Okay, so we've ripped up we've gone through about half of the zombie corpses on the floor. It is slow going because we're getting a lot of dirty rags. We're only getting about 50-50 with rip sheets and dirty rags. What we are getting is a lot of thread, which we will need. Also we're getting some valuable additional sort of bonus XP in the old tailoring. But I think that is it for this neighborhood. I'm going to rip up, John's going to rip up the rest of these clothes, get what rip sheets and thread he can, and then we're going to go back to base and we're going to break out the needle and thread, and that's pretty exciting. Okay, so John has been very studiously ripping up clothes for 2 or 3 hours now in the rain. This guy, when he needs to be, he can be really focused, but he's walking away with another 53, a lot of ripped sheets, a little bit of dirty rags. Now, just to the southeast, I think it is, of here, there is quite a big location that John has not been to. Let me show you on the map. And I think it could be a matter of sort of like picking the low-hanging fruit. And that's actually, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. This trailer park. John wants to check out this trailer park. It is quite late in the day. It is quite a drive. I think this means there's some sort of path to get to it. We're pretty much cleared out the majority of this neighborhood of zombies. There's a lot of loot lying around for sure, but we wanted to clear everything to the south of this road. Maybe not really gone through that neighborhood properly either, but we've gone through this neighborhood. We've certainly not gone there though. There's still a lot of work to do, but let's go south if we can find a way to get there and check out this trailer park. Okay, I think this is the entrance for the trailer park. It's been a couple of years of the zombie apocalypse, so it could potentially be quite overgrown. But this could be a little bit more difficult than you might think. I think it's a bit too far to go in on foot though. Let's do this. Okay, here we are, not anywhere near as far as it looks on the map. Welcome to Dixie, the mobile park. Let's say hi to the natives, to the neighbours, the residents. That's the word I'm looking for. Now we're not going to go in with the handgun because we've only got about 15 lots of ammo left, and there could potentially be quite a lot of zombies in this surrounding forest. It doesn't look too bad right now, but we could draw a surprisingly large amount of zombies in. I'm going to go in the rest of the way on foot. This is actually much bigger site than I was thinking. It's about 30-40 trailers here, so it could take a long time to get through it all. Okay, so we found another group to clear out. Time to score some more home runs with the old baseball bat. Okay, easy work for John, easy work for John. Now we're right in the middle of a little group. There's a lot of trailers here. There's a lot of overgrown, but I'm hoping it'll be quick and easy to search through the trailers and we can find a fair bit of food. Okay, so we're in our first trailer and they will all pretty much follow the same layout. There'll be a bedroom. There will be a zombie outside probably every time. There will be a bathroom and there will be a kitchen. So hopefully we'll find a little bit of food in every single one. Not a great start. Hopefully we can blast through them in double quick time. Okay, the rain is really coming down now. I'm surprised at how few zombies there are around, and it's not the greatest to start loot-wise. That's 2 trailers searched through. Not a single morsel of food, but it is what it is. Mark these off on the map so I can keep track, and then we'll move on. Will you look at this? Look! This game, it's taunting me. We got some more random fitness equipment. I'm sure until I actually picked up that fitness equipment in that storage area that I hadn't seen a single fitness contraption at all, and now I'm just finding them everywhere. Now this is starting to feel like a little bit of a bad idea. This is the 5th trailer that John has gone into and we're yet to find a single bit of food. I thought that we would be able to find... see, I knew if I talked about it out loud that would happen. Boo to the dish towel. That's our first bit of food. One big unexpected bonus is we did find a Desert Eagle with 2 whole boxes of Magnum rounds. So that is going to come in a lot of use at some point. Let's check out this final one, but I mean this site is huge. There must be about 50 trailers here in this trailer park. And I'm starting to think that maybe this is not the best use of John's time. But let's finish searching this one. Ooh, look at that, another Desert Eagle. We'll take the magazine. I've got enough actual handguns now. Can never have enough magazines and ammo. Okay, so a little bit of food. We've got 2 cans of food so far, and that's probably, John's going to probably have to eat those now. I'm going to check another 5 or 6. I'm going to move on to the next sort of area. There tend to be in little 5 or 6 groups. I'm going to move on, clear out the area of zombies, if there are any. There's one. And hopefully we can find a little bit more loot, but I'm really don't think it's going to be worth checking every single trailer. But we're here now, so we might as well carry on and get it until it gets too dark. Okay, so things are looking a little bit better. We got another can of food. I really am going to be looking to check the kitchens. Just takes a moment. So let's move on. See what we can find. Okay, well, a rotten carrot. That's what we can find. There's quite a lot of forestation around some of these trailers. So I kind of feel like that John should maybe be a little bit more careful before he casually strolls inside. There could be a big group of zombies just out of sight. But let's check out 5 or 6 more and see what we can come up with. Ah, there you go, you see. That's what I was expecting to find at some point if I was too casual. There is also a zombie in here. Let's just fall back. And I've gone with the hand axe so that I can have a loot bag offhand. So this could take a little bit longer than I'd like. But we got this. You know what? I'm just going to drop the bag and go to the turn off that alarm, which is very distracting. Go to the baseball bat. Why make things difficult for John? That's what I'm talking about. There we are. We even got a little bonus weapon, a hunting knife. I've not found many hunting knives on this little Raven Creek adventure. Let's grab the loot bag, switch back to the hand axe, and let's check out these nearby trailers. Okay, so John has searched through about a dozen trailers, and we found 4 cans of food. So I think this is going to be... That was nice. One shot. This is going to be the last one we find. We found, yeah, 4 or 5 cans of food. That's like 1 can an hour. John is getting tired. It is getting late and dark. We're going to leave that guy there. He can kiss that door forever and a day. Let's get back to the car. I'm not going to bother searching every trailer. It's just slim pickings. There is not much happening here at all. So I'm going to get back to the car, get back to base, and then, yeah, excitedly break out the needle and thread. Okay, so I'm just a few blocks up the road, actually, from the trailer park, and I realized that John can't reverse, but I realized that this vehicle here was one that I'd marked as one that was worth salvaging. So I'm actually going to just hook this up and hopefully get it back to base in one piece. Okay, this is as fast as John can go in this vehicle, towing this other one, but fortunately we're just a few blocks from base, just coming through where we've just cleared out the area, so I'm not expecting to see any zombies at all. This should be pretty straightforward, but very, 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 very slow. Okay, so I can't do it. I can't do it. It'd be quicker for John to really push it, I think. It is so painfully slow. I just feel like it's freaking John out. I just feel like there's so much noise and we're moving so slowly. It feels like it's kind of like walking down the road, banging a frying pan saying, "Here are zombies." So even though I almost certainly know there's no zombies around, I'm going to have to leave that for another time. Let's get back to base. John, it is getting late. It probably would have taken another hour just to tow that vehicle back home, and we're not desperate for it. So we'll leave that for another time. Okay, so John's made it back safe and sound to base. It is almost 2 o'clock in the morning, but who keeps regular hours in the zombie apocalypse, right? I mean, nobody does. So we're going to get straight on with it. We got 53 rip sheets. We got a jacket that is not 100% condition. We need a needle and thread. Plenty of thread somewhere. There we are. And I got, I think, tailoring supplies. I haven't even moved them yet. They're all there. Where's the needle? Can I? Hang on. I got a needle somewhere. Let me find a needle. And then we'll have a go. There we are. There's a needle. So let's grind out some tailoring. Eventually the end result will be a significant boost to John's protection. So a significant boost to John's chances of survival when he does inevitably get attacked by a zombie. So we've got all the raw materials. We got the thread, we got the rib sheets, we got the needle, we got the leather jacket. So if we inspect, and then if we basically, we're just going to add the rip sheets to each bit. You can see there's a lot of slots, and we're just going to take them off again. See how long it takes to get to level 1 tailoring. Okay, so John's been a couple of hours now. I mean, it's what a grind, what a grind. We're almost there though. We just need to remove all of these patches, and that should be level 1 tailoring. There we go. Level 1 tailoring. I mean, who'd have thought John would be such a fan of stitching? It's 4 in the morning. He's been at it 2 or 3 hours. But he is only now just starting to get drowsy. But John does deserve a lion for sure, so that is fine. But what John does deserve is a bottle of wine. He is rather partial to all types of alcohol. That will help get him to bed. That is going to have to be it for today's episode. John got a lot done. He got a lot done. He cleared out another couple of neighborhoods. He managed to level up foraging, tailoring. Had a little trip out to the forest for the trailer park. Was not impressed and moved on. And he's learned a little bit about needlework. Who would have thought that would be an essential part of the zombie apocalypse and your chances of survival? But there we are. That is Project Zomboid. Smash the like button. Comment. Sub if you haven't already. If you've just found me. Hi. This is John. He's doing rather well. There are 40 odd other episodes. Check them out. But that is going to have to be it for today. Peace.